Yes, y'all. Yeah, it's about to be on, baby. You know what I mean? Got my toys in effect right now. We about to get this thing popping. Urban Therapy with Sun752. This is your daily go-getterism number 860. 683 for August 16, 2016. Alright, so, like I got my tools. In a minute, we about to start doing videos where I can shoot from two angles or whatever, but I got to step my editing game up a lot. So, when that time comes, we're going to rock out. We're going to be rocking kind of hard. So, I'm looking forward to that thing. I said, I like that. I'm feeling that. Listen, today, I want to talk to y'all about being overrated or being underrated. Being overrated or being underrated is such a judgment call. It's such a judgment call. When somebody is overrated, we normally think that they're overrated because of our personal feelings about them. Maybe we feel like they haven't put in enough work. Maybe we feel like they haven't been around enough, enough times. Maybe we feel like they haven't beat the best in order to be called the best. Maybe we feel like they just really not good enough. Maybe we feel like they're plugged in with the right people and they've had the right opportunities, and that's the only reason why they're getting the props that they're getting. There's so many areas that we feel that somebody is overrated or underrated. For example, music or the entertainment industry. We're always talking about who's overrated, who's underrated, who's the best, who's good, who's not that good. Like you take hip hop for example. Now I've been following hip hop since I was, since hip hop basically came out. The first time I ever heard a rap record was in 1979 with Rapper's Delight. And from what I understand, hip hop just came out like 1974, 1975. So I was a young boy. But nonetheless, a lot of people consider either Tupac or Biggie to be like the number one or number two best rappers of all time. To me, that's such a slap in the face because I feel like they were both a bit overrated. I like Biggie more than I like Tupac, but nonetheless, to be the best ever, to me, that's like a slap in the face to some of these pioneers who are still alive today, who paved the way for those cats to really rock it like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, all right, now, like I said, it's a judgment call because maybe I feel like Tupac was a good rapper, but I may not feel like he was one of the best rappers because the way he put his patterns together and stuff like that. I mean, it didn't really speak to me like that the way Biggie did. But even with Biggie, I never felt like he was one of the best. And one of the reasons I didn't really feel like he was one of the top rappers was because when he was alive, I never thought he was the best then. Either one of them. But that's me. You see how that works? It's a judgment call. Maybe I feel like they were overrated, but there are millions of fans out there who feel like, no, they were number one and number two. More than Big Daddy Kane, more than Rakim, more than LL Cool J, more than Run DMC, more than Cool G Rap, more than Big Pun, more than a whole lot of other rappers that had lyrical skill that was undenied by other cats that were in the industry. I mean, who's to really say? Well, you're the one to really say who's overrated and underrated. But a lot of times we do it from the perspective of whether we like the artist or not. And that's just in entertainment. It may just be, we may feel that way as far as music is concerned. Lyricists, singers, I mean, people consider the late, great Whitney Houston to be the one of the greatest singers ever. I was one of those. I thought she was the best. Was she really the best? I don't know. There could have been somebody else that was comparable to her. I remember that, for a while they were saying Deborah Cox was just as good as Whitney Houston. I guess they were talking about as far as voice is concerned, but you couldn't deny as far as popularity is concerned, fame is concerned, Whitney Houston had it on lock. But maybe some people felt like Mariah Carey's voice was better than Whitney Houston. Who's to say? It's a judgment call. It's a judgment call as far as who's overrated, who's underrated. You know what I mean? Now, who is underrated? Let's take it away from entertainment. No, we really can't. No, we can't. All right. One more before we do. Was Michael Jackson really the best? I don't know. If you talk about before Thriller, did people feel like Michael Jackson was the best? After Thriller, all of the albums after Thriller, were they even half as good as the album Thriller? You look at them record sales, not even close. But people, people consider Michael Jackson to be the best. The best what? Best singer? There's no way he was the best singer. Was he the best dancer? Some people say he was. There's no way he was even near the best dancer. He was a good dancer, but I mean, think about it. When Michael Jackson if anybody besides Michael Jackson does Michael Jackson, if they do Michael Jackson's dances, they look gay. But they'll get away with it. Why? Because they're doing the Michael Jackson. But if it wasn't for Michael Jackson, you'd be like, hey, look at this gay dude. Don't lie. Can't front on that. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But we do the same thing when it comes to sports. Like, who's the best wide receiver? Who's the best quarterback of all time? Who's the best basketball player? Was Michael Jordan the best basketball player of all time? Certainly he has numbers to support his case. And the amount of championships, 6 championships, never lost one. Went up against the best competition in the world, undeniable. Made his teammates better. But does that mean that he was the best? Who can really say? Some people feel like the legend Wilt Chamberlain was the best. He definitely changed the game around. Definitely, basketball had to change the rules of the game because of Wilt. Wasn't no joke, you know. He could hit a shot from anywhere. That's what it was. Was he better than Michael Jordan? Nah. Some people will say not even close. It's hard to deny that it has to be close. It's great, you know. You should talk about scoring, but he doesn't have the same amount of championships. So, you know, a lot of times our success speaks to whether people will feel like we're successful or not. You know, sometimes popularity and fame really determines who is the best in some people's minds. Cut and dry. And really, I don't think that that's the best measuring stick, but it's not a bad one. You do have to factor some of that into it. But that's all about seizing opportunities. You know, if somebody gives you the opportunity to be able to be able to get your shine on, and you take advantage of those opportunities, then you gonna get your shine on, and other people gonna be hating. You might not be the best, but you took advantage of the opportunities that you had, and you outshined everybody because you took advantage of what was presented to you at that time. Now everybody else got to find a way for them to seize those opportunities so they can be the best, or so that somebody can think that they're the best. And when you start talking about who's underrated, we normally feel that the people who are underrated are the people that we like a lot, and that we know intimately or personally, you know, that we feel really have the skills to pay the bills, but they just haven't had the opportunity to be able to get out there and showcase their talents the way some of these other cats that ain't half as good as them have been able to. Well, everybody has to wait their time to shine, you know? I mean, when we think that somebody's underrated, it's because we like them. Even if we don't know them personally, we like them. We like what they bring to the table, we like what they're doing, and we like the way that we know if they got the chance to, that they would really tear shit up. So it is what it is. You know, I mean, I say this, even what I do, you know, making these videos, you know, doing my thing on the radio, on stage with the comedy and all of that. Some people may really think I'm overrated, even with this little thing that we doing right here. They might feel, he alright. Or maybe they feel like I'm right where I'm supposed to be, like, yeah, he alright. That's it. Or they might feel like I'm really underrated, like, yo, the cat got it going on. As soon as he get his chance, you know what I'm saying, he gonna blow, because he nice like that. You never know. It's a judgment call. The people who love me and support me are going to think that I'm really great. The people who don't think I'm so great, the people who don't like me so much, they're going to say, man, that corny nigga out of here. Whatever. They'll go get him in my ass. I can't blame them. We support the people that we like. It's human nature. It doesn't mean that we have to hate on the people that we don't like, or that we have to deny their talent and skill level. Doesn't mean that at all. So if we are more mature, if we are more evolved, then we will see through our personal feelings about somebody and see their talent for what it really is and give them their props. Because everybody gets a chance to shine, baby. Everybody get their chance to shine. You ain't gotta be overrated or underrated. Well, you ain't gotta be underrated for the rest of your career or the rest of your life. You're gonna get your shot, but just make sure you're ready for your shot when it comes. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, when it comes to being overrated, you know, a lot of times we feel like people are overrated because we don't like them. We ain't feeling them. We don't think that they that good. They too popular for what they bring to the table. They ain't hot like that. They ain't fly like that. They ain't got it going on like that. People need to stop giving them props like that. This is getting out of hand. This is ridiculous like that. And I'm cool like that. I'm dope like that. I'm fly like that. I'm built like that. And yo, tomorrow night on the Urban Therapy with Sun show, we're going to talk about insecurities. As insecure as we want to be. Everybody has something about themselves that they don't like. Some of us really take it to the extreme about how much we don't like something about ourselves. Some of us really go to the extreme and try to change those things through cosmetic surgery and things like that. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow night. We're going to talk about why is it that there is always something about us that we don't like. Why are we never satisfied? And where do we get the notion that we're not good enough in some area? Why do our people, you know, the ones that look like this pigment right here, why are we so insecure in so many things? Why do we worry about the nappy hair? Why do we have insecurities about our skin tone? Why do we worry about things like let's see, eye color? You know what I mean? People running around with fake eye contacts. I don't know, color contacts or whatever. I don't know. Listen, the bottom line is everybody has something about themselves that they don't really like, but some people learn how to deal with those things and live with those things and realize that nobody is exactly perfect. So there's no need to strive for perfection. Just strive to be good and better than you were before. And then other people feel like, nah, man. You know what I mean? If look, I gotta do something because I'm not good enough in my own eyes. So I know I'm not good enough in anybody else's eyes. It's not always like that. But we're gonna get into that whole insecurity thing. It's going down tomorrow night, 8:30 p.m. on the Urban Therapy with Sun show. 347-677-1533. Once again, the number to call is area code 347-677-1533. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow night. It's going down, kid. I'ma holler at y'all later. Peace.